You struggle with mental health? Me too. I spent years masking, acting like I wasn't struggling with ADHD, like I wasn't anxious all the time. Turns out I'm just John. And that's what inspired my new country rap song. And John ain't just my name. What's up, y'all? I go by Franklin Embry, but my real name is actually J.O.H.N. And if you're new here, let me take a minute and explain. It was like 2008 when I embarked on my solo rap career, and I was kind of like trying to decide what my name was going to be. For years, I had went by Beats by the Blizz or Blizz, but there's a ton of Blizzes in the rap game, so that wasn't going to work. My real name's J.O.H.N, and there's about 50 J.O.H.N.s in Owensboro, Kentucky, so no telling how many there are across the country, so that wasn't going to work. My middle name is Franklin, and my dad always went by Frank. My mom's maiden name was Embry, so I figured, we put Franklin and Embry together, and it kind of pays homage to where I come from, my mom and my dad. I did a Google search, nothing popped up. So that's kind of what I decided to go with. Now that that's out the way, let's get to my new song, John. If you've been following me for like any amount of time, then you probably know that I struggle with mental health, and which led to my addiction, ADHD, anxiety. It's a big part of who I am. I think I've been open about that. And that was really the inspiration for my new song, John. So I took my first name and I turned it into an acronym, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's talk about mental health for a second, because I think that's something we all probably struggle with. Some of us might just be better at masking it than others. I know I try and mask mine a lot. Every time I turn my hat backwards, every time I put the sunglasses on, every time I become Franklin Embry, I'm putting on that mask. So for this song, I really wanted to just pull the curtain back and show the real me, show my struggles. My hope is always that if I'm open about my struggles, it might help somebody that's being silent about theirs. So, John, who is John? In my experience, a lot of people act like they know us, especially with the internet nowadays, but they really only know what we allow them to see. Me personally, I'm kind of keen to spotting fakeness, I see so much fake bravado to hide insecurities, especially in the rap game. For me, when everybody goes right, I go left. I want to be the exact opposite of what everybody's doing. I want to take the mask off, and that all started with the sample that began the beat. I make all my own beats, and production-wise, I've been playing with speeding up samples like the old school Rockefeller days, but I wanted to take like country and bluegrass instrumentation, speed it up, because I didn't feel like that was being done a lot in country rap. I thought it might be something different. And that's really how this beat started out, and it started out with the vocal sample, They Don't Know Me. And I was thinking to myself, how can I flip this? And I thought to myself, everybody thinks they know Franklin Embry, but how many people really know John? And then I really had to have an honest conversation with myself. Who is John? John's the guy that used to go out and get wasted because he had social anxiety. John is the person that hates going to Walmart, but when he goes to Walmart and sees people he knows, he speeds off the other direction. Because just the idea of having small talk in the middle of Walmart gives me horrible anxiety. The truth is I'm an anxious person. I'm a people pleaser, and I really struggle with rejection dysphoria. I struggled with it so much, I created a drunk character named Frank the Tank. I never thought people would like John, but this drunk party guy, Frank the Tank, everybody loves Frank the Tank, but nobody. I had insecurities. I didn't think people would like the real me. So John, I was sitting there and I was writing the song, and it just hit me. Like, you know, and I'm thinking about my anxieties, and I'm like, John, just out here nervous. And that's really how I am, and I've spent so much of my life just trying to hide that, you know what I mean? And to be honest, since it's been out, the feedback has been amazing. You know, my only real goal for my art is for people to be able to relate to it and maybe help them get them through their day. For me, I've always felt like an outcast or a misfit, and my goal is just to empower people that are like me, that feel the same way I do. And you know, I hope I'm doing that with John. If you haven't seen the new music video for John, I'm going to leave the link down in the description, man. If y'all could go show it some love, like, shares, comments, hypes, all that good stuff, it would be greatly appreciated. And you know what? If you're comfortable enough to share some of your experiences with anxiety, mental health, addiction, drop it down below, man. I have figured out the best way to heal. At least for me, the best way to heal is to just talk about it. Bottling that shit up is a recipe for disaster. Anyways, I'm leaving for Vegas tomorrow, so please be on the lookout for the Vegas vlogs, because there's going to be some of those. My next song, I Got This, that's going to drop July 31st. We're dropping music the last Friday of every month. We've been doing that all year, so July 31st is the last Friday in July. New music. And y'all do me a favor, don't forget to like this video, because it helps us with the algorithm. It helps us get recommended. We've been struggling on the YouTube, and we're trying to get in the good graces of the YouTube. You know what I mean? So hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell if you haven't already. All right, y'all. Till next time. Fat boy out.